presentation of the Jacked Up Fantasy Football League. Any rebroadcast or reproduction without the written consent of the league is strictly prohibited. The following program contains material that may not be suitable for younger audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome to Week 5 recap show, the Jacked Up Fantasy Football League. And that intro song is not for my beloved Cleveland Browns, my 0-5 Cleveland Browns. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from Denver, Colorado, Mark Ford from the Bulldogs, the 5-0 Bulldogs. Marky Mark, how you doing, buddy?
What's up, Valley D?
How's it going, man?
Hey, things are awesome up here. Are you kidding me? It doesn't get any better than this.
Has it cooled down in Denver? Or what's the weather like up there, man?
Yeah, we had a cool week. Last week was kind of cooled off, but we kind of kicked back up into the mid-70s. So, yeah, had a long, warm summer.
Awesome, awesome. Well, a lot of guys don't know who Mark Ford, the Bulldogs, is, so I got a little resume bio up on the screen for him. This is your 4th year in the league, Mark. You started off 5-9, then you went back-to-back seasons, 10-4, won the West, then you choked in the playoffs, and you finished 4th the last 2 years. You got a career record of 25-21, so just over 500. Your favorite team, correct me if I'm wrong with any of this, but your favorite team is the Broncos, right?
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, I'm not like a huge Bronco fan, but, you know, I got to follow them, got to support them, you know.
Okay. And your favorite drink, I found this out when I met you in March when we went skiing. Your favorite drink is Mike's Hard Cranberry Lemonade.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's kind of a joke, I guess.
You can't
really my favorite.
Mark, you can't deny it. You can't deny it because you walked into Randy's house. For those of you guys that don't know, Randy and Mark are neighbors. You walked into Randy's house with a 6-pack of fucking Mike's Hard Cranberry Lemonade. What made it worse was it was cranberry flavored. If it was just the regular original lemonade, maybe I can give you a break, but the cranberry makes it fucking super gay, bro. Just saying.
I think I got set up on that one.
And then last but not least, your favorite hobbies. There's a picture of you on an ATV here. Like it's a nice little picture, man. Randy sent this to me. Like, I guess you're up in the mountains. It's like, seems like it's like springtime, but there's still snow up in the mountains. Pretty good stuff. So your favorite hobbies, from what I've learned these last couple of years: camping, skiing, hiking, fantasy football. Anything else out there you want to throw out, Mark?
Yeah, do a little golfing, you know, whenever I get the time, and enjoy that a bunch. So, yeah, right. Other than hanging with the kids and running with them, man, it's just, yeah, do what we can, have fun, you know.
Okay. All right, cool. Well, before we get the program started, I wanted to, once again, for the last time, make a plea for donations for the Light the Night Walk on the 13th, just 3 days from now. Thank you to the High Flyers, and thank you to the Eliminators who made a donation. So the next slide is not directed towards you. So this is the last chance to make a donation. We're talking $10, guys, whatever you can. It's less than a 12-pack of beer. Unless you're a Zoli and you're drinking High Life, which is like, it is actually less than $10 for a 12-pack of High Life. But please make a fucking donation. Stop being cheap. Help a great cause. This hits home to the Avon family. That's all I'm going to say about that. All right? Moving on. Before we begin, we got an announcement of the 2-player trade. 3rd week in a row, we got a trade. No one really cares about this trade outside of the Playmakers and High Flyers, but it's my duty as the commissioner to report every trade. So, when's the last time, Mark, you've seen a trade in any fantasy football league, just 2 tight ends straight up?
It's been a while since I've even just seen a trade with 2 players.
Yeah, exactly. So, again, this trade doesn't make sense, but High Flyers is trying to copy a page from the playbook of the Archon Tigers and play 2 tight ends. So if you notice in the starting lineup for this week, he's got Pettigrew, which I gave him. In return, I got Selleck, but he's got 2 tight ends going this I'm not a big fan of having 2 tight ends. I'm not a fan of a flex tight end in addition to a tight end. I just don't think they consistently score enough points to put 2 guys in there. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's kind of, last year kind of threw us off on that because there were so many tight ends last year just killing it, So usually I kind of shy off on them as well. But I can, there's potential there, so you never know.
Yeah. So Pettigrew for Selleck, straight up. I spend way too much time talking about a trade between 2 tight ends. Let's move on to the games. The first game we have on the board here, Marky Mark, is the Eliminators, your neighbor, Randy, and Farmers Tan. And Eliminators are starting to play some good ball here, man. And I will tell you, in my opinion, I think they have the best 3 running backs, starting running backs right now in the league. And they actually have a guy on the bench that's considered the starting running back in other leagues as well. So you got Arian Foster, Reggie Bush, and Fred Jackson. Of course, Jackson was shut down by the 49ers defense, but he's still a damn good player. Then you got Mendenhall on his bench. Then you got Ben Tate, who of course was hurt. So his 5 running backs are, in my opinion, the best 5 running backs in the league. And the Farmers Tan, man, these guys lost 3 straight. This is the defending champion. The name may confuse you because he was simply perfect for about a couple of weeks there. But this is the same guy. He's falling apart. I was worried about this game, Mark. He didn't have Romo. He didn't have Murray. Just not a very potent lineup there. But you want to add any color to this game?
Oh, other than, Randy, man, I'm really nervous about Randy. I got a couple games on him, but yeah, he could obviously really start tearing it up because with Matt Ryan as well and now AJ Green, man, it's all about who he's going to play and when he plays them, but he scares me.
Yeah, I mean, when we look
Farmers Tan's just going to have to get lucky by plugging in the right guys,
So after losing 3 straight at 2-3 for the season, is there any chance you see him making the playoffs and repeating as a champ, or are we going to see a new champ this year?
Oh, definitely. There's no way Farmers Tan makes it to the playoffs. Okay. Absolutely not.
I agree with you, man. Even though he's in the weak division, and the Eliminators, like we talked about earlier. I mean, the guy had a great draft. He's 3-2, but I think he's better than 3-2 as the power rankings are going to show. So, nice job, Randy. Nice game there. Moving on to the next game, which is the Archon Tigers and TCB. Interesting game here, man. I picked TCB as an upset special, and he almost came back on Monday night with the Jets defense. But, there's a side story here, Mark, that I have to share with you and the rest of the league. I feel it's my duty as a commissioner to any kind of, inside information that I have. This is like companies trading stock. You have to disclose everything, man. There's no inside information. So the Archon Tigers, right, at about 4:30 on Sunday, sent a text message to Zoli saying congrats on your win. Now, in my opinion, and in Zoli's opinion, he called that a bullshit move. He said something else, but I forgot how he phrased it. But Archon Tigers still had Drew Brees, Devery Henderson, and Pierre Thomas for the Saints going on Sunday night. And he was down by about, I think, 50 points. Now, when you have a guy like Brees and 2 other players playing for the Saints, I mean, everyone knows that no way you're going to concede, especially someone as cocky as the Archon Tigers. In your opinion, how would you feel if you were TCB and you got a text message like that? Because I thought it was wrong.
Boy, I tell you what, I wouldn't know how I'd feel, really. I would feel like, it was a deserved win at that point. Basically, his pickup from Henderson is the difference.
He's actually calling me right now. He's actually calling me right now. Let me see if I can put him on speaker. Hey, Zach. Yeah. We're in the middle of taping the show, and we're actually talking about your game. So, is there anything you want to add? Your timing was perfect, man. Is there anything you want to add? Again, we're in the middle of a live feed here, buddy, so if you got something to say it now.
Hello to everyone out there.
That's all you got? Okay, well, I'm hanging up with you then, because that sucked. Bye. That was pretty pathetic. You would think that Zach would say something a little more cocky than that. But anyway, you know, I had a problem with it. I mean, a lot of people had a problem with it. I think it was kind of a dick move, because it's almost like he knew he had a good chance of coming back, but I don't know what he was trying to do. But you know what? Zach's 5-0 for the first time ever. But I had a problem with it. So I don't know if I interrupted your thought when he was calling or not. But I'm going to give him some credit here, man. He's on a roll, and Zach's playing great. And as far as TCB, I think it's maybe time to consider putting Luck in there for Cam Newton. So anything else you wanted to add?
Yeah. You know, I don't know if you make the call of putting Luck in with wasn't the Green Bay they played. I don't think he really made a mistake. He had a solid week. You know, he probably had that win. You know, like I said, it's that Henderson pickup from Zach saved him. You know, it's like miracle pickup and play. He gets 24 points.
But that's him, though, man. He does it all the time. He always picks up a guy at, like, you know, 5-1 on a Sunday, and that guy goes off.
Yeah.
So, I mean, is it really luck, or is it just skill to find that one free agent that's going to go off? That's saying, I don't know. I don't get it. I've been watching him do this for 5 years now. So.
Yeah, well, it sounds like he's got plenty of time to research everything, so maybe he's just got that edge on everybody.
I guess. Moving on to the Cleveland Crushers in your division, and Frosty Paws. Let me give some credit to Frosty Paws finally for letting the nuts hang a little bit and talking some shit on the message board. Andy, that's why I was waiting the whole fucking season, man. Talk some shit, bro. This is not a fucking, you know, little junior high league or, you know, Boy Scouts or something, man. Say what you want to say. So I'm glad you're out there talking some shit. Cleveland Crushers was talking some shit as well. But if I'm the Cleveland Crushers, I really wouldn't be too happy about this win, because this really was an ugly game. And Andy got, you know, he almost came back. He almost came back on Monday night to win this game. One thing I will bust Andy's chops about is that he emailed me thinking that he maybe have won the game because there was a sack that wasn't credited. But, you know, Andy's been in the league 3 or 4 years now. He still doesn't know that the sack is 2 points, not 5 points. So even if a controversial sack was recorded, he still would have lost by 2. But the controversy where he was coming from, Mark, was that I think it was Joe McKnight, a running back, was lined up in a wildcat formation. And when there is no quarterback and a running back is lined up as a quarterback, if he gets tackled for a loss, it's never a sack. It's only a sack if the quarterback is back there. So I want to kind of throw that out for the rest of the league so you guys don't ask me stupid questions. So, but that's all I have on this game, really. It was an ugly game. Again, Andy almost comes back. He had some momentum going. He won a couple in a row, and he almost beat the Cleveland Crushers. And again, these guys are inconsistent, man. I mean, between them and Randy, who are you more worried about in your division?
Randy, definitely.
Randy? Okay.
Yeah, Crushers. The Crushers don't bother me. Obviously, the High Flyers don't. Pretty much Randy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a two-man race.
That's right.
Okay. All right, moving on to the ugliest game of the week between the High Flyers and the TNT. 87-81. Just one of the ugly game, Marky Mark. I mean, just you look at this. I mean, of course, Colston is the hero for the High Flyers. He scores 37 of his 87 points. Has the best game of his career, probably the best game he'll ever have in his life. 3 touchdowns, 131 yards, and that was the difference in this game. So the High Flyers are still a very, very bad team. They did have some bad luck with RG3, but you know what? He's stupid, the quarterback, not Michael. But RG3 is stupid for, as a quarterback, not sliding and going in like you're a running back. You know, the guy got knocked out, and he deserves to get his ass knocked out of the game. But that almost cost him the win. Fortunately, it did not for him, but still an ugly game. I mean, even Tom Brady did not show up for this one. But these two guys are right in the bottom of the rankings for a reason. So I mean, I don't want to spend too much time on this shitty game. But you're welcome to add some color.
It doesn't hurt my feelings to see Tony lose. You know, I kind of have a bad, taste in my mouth for what he's done to me the past couple of years in the playoffs. So you know, it won't bother me a bit that I don't see him in the playoffs. So
okay, well, one thing I'll guarantee you, you will not see him in the playoffs. So don't worry about that. He's 1-4 for the first time ever. His only win is against me. Ironically, I'm 4-1 against him. So the only week that he outscored me is the week he played me. But whatever, I don't want to make excuses. He beat me. He's 1-4 for the first time in his career. He was one of the better teams in the league the last couple of years. Always consistently makes the playoffs. But this is not that year for TNT. He's fallen hard. And I still think that that trade he made, he thought he robbed Andy. I disagree. I think it was an even trade and maybe a slight edge to Andy by giving him Wes Welker. He gave up on Welker way too soon. He had a couple of bad games at the beginning because they were not giving him the looks. But Wes Welker is going to still end up as a top 5 receiver in my league, in my opinion, in the league.